Hey, thanks for watching. I wanted to tell you a little bit of the story about how I lost over 10 pounds, which, to some people is not a lot, to others might be a lot, without having to exercise, right? I think we're busy people. I see all the time that when I watch somebody who diets or does a lot of exercise, they lose the weight, they do great, but then ultimately what happens, they tend to trend back to where their body used to be once that diet or exercise has ended. And I was like, I don't want that to happen to me. I want to be able to change what I do and how I do it. So anyway, I went out and I found a way that has helped me to lose that weight, but then I plateaued and I'm like, I can't figure out what's going on. So I wanted to start off with, me and Mr. Dr. Pepper here used to be super best buddies. The only reason that I found this at my house is because we had a party with people coming over and somebody else brought it. So this has left my home because this sugary drink is just chock full. And I found that the sugars were what was giving my problems. I was steadily gaining weight as I got older, and I just didn't like the way I felt. I was getting tired all the time. So anyway, long story short, so starting off, I got rid of, bam, sugars, okay? They're gone. And I started losing weight, and I was like, this is great. And so I started drinking things like water. So I went to a different type of water, which is actually, in this case, this one is the distilled water. I don't know that that's a huge indicator, but I would say that there are things in water that we drink that our body doesn't like to have to digest. It's not going to hurt us. It's been killed, sterilized, whatever, but your body still has to figure out what to do with it. So not cool. So if I can just have less crap go through my system, there's less for my body to have to figure out what to do with. But anyway, like I say, so I started losing the weight, and I was like, this is great. And in fact, I'll show you a picture right now. Okay, that was me before. But I wanted to share kind of what I was like, why can't I get it to go any further? I like this idea of losing weight without working out. It's pretty cool. So I went to my fridge and I started looking around, and I started to realize that I was still taking a lot of sugary foods and I didn't even know it. So I thought I would kind of bring it around full circle. So I looked at my ketchup. And when I went and looked at my ketchup, sure enough, what do I find? It's got sugar added. I was like, okay, that's not very cool. I had gone to a more natural peanut butter, and when I went and started looking at it, sure enough, added sugar. Bouillon replaces. So my wife uses this roasted chicken base, okay? And by the way, this isn't a brand thing, unless somebody wants to pay me, right? You can pay me for marketing your food products. But I guess I'm kind of looking at it in a negative light right now. Anyway, they've added sugar to it. And I was like, this is crazy. I started looking at the barbecue sauce. It's got a ton of sugar added to it. I was eating healthier granola bars, and they had a lot of sugar in it. Now, I knew there was some in there when I made that decision because it was still better than a candy bar or things like that. But my point is like, I bet half of the sugar that I was intaking, I didn't even know was in my diet. And so I was kind of hitting this plateau where I was still feeding myself this item that I was trying to remove in order to lose the weight. But just, I mean, it is absolutely insane. Salsa, got sugar added. I went to my ranch dressing, had sugar added. Spaghetti sauce, sugar added. Like, it is everywhere. I couldn't even believe, like, okay, taco seasoning, right? So put that on my meat for a taco. And sure enough, it's got sugar added. Like, people, this is crazy, the amount. And what I found is I just did a little bit of research. I am no expert in this area, so I'm not trying to be. But obviously we know that sugars make us crave something and want it more. But when you remove fats and things from a food to make it healthier, it tastes like cardboard. And so the sugar adds that sweetness back into it that we crave and makes us want it. So I'm not mad at the food industry for doing this so much as I want to say, if you're a person who's trying to get off the sugars and to have a healthier lifestyle, first of all, give up the sodas. My goodness, they're nuts. Energy drinks are worse. But be aware what you're taking in. It is everywhere. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. If you like these videos and you want to see my journey as I continue to not only lose weight, but I'm living a life that is quite amazing, my wife and I, and you'll get to see that. So if you want to watch videos as we travel the world, as we do different things, please like and subscribe and enjoy. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.